Hi everyone, I'm Chibuzo Wanchuku. I'll talk to you about a school substitute teacher who was dragged by the neck by a school resource officer after she tried to break up a fight between two girls to no avail. The teacher's name is Nia King. The name of the officer has not been disclosed. This incident happened at Eagles Landing High School in Henry County, Georgia. I'll roll the clips.
And then that's when the crowd started and we started pushing down the hall. And once we pushed down the hall, I got trampled from left to right of the hall, and then now I'm back into the middle of the fight. As I'm back in the middle of the fight, the SRO just grabs me by the neck, and the fight is still continuing to go on. Since she dragged me all the way, ran me from the middle of the hall towards her office.
Nia King says when a fight between two female students was brewing at Eagles Landing High School, where she's been a substitute teacher nearly every school day since September, she tried to talk them out of it. But once they actually started fighting, she backed away and never made physical contact with them. And yet she was the one grabbed around the neck by a school resource officer and dragged to her office by the neck. An incident apparently grabbed on a number of cell phones, though she's not sure just who posted or sent the videos and screenshots she or a family friend forwarded.
Her office is not just a couple steps away. It's about a good 30 steps, and that's how far I was drugged.
Her arm around your neck the whole time?
Whole time.
What'd that feel like?
I couldn't breathe at one point.
Ms. King says once in the SRO's office, the officer offered aid, but at first, no explanation.
Once we first got in, she asked me, do I need EMS, do I need the nurse, and do I need some water? And I just told her, I just need you to leave because you just drugged me from that point to this point, and I couldn't breathe, but you want to talk. And she stepped out, and then she came back in and told me, oh, I was trying to save you. I was trying to save you because they say you had got hit.
Ms. King says she doesn't buy that the officer was trying to save her, and a demonstration she and her dad did for us was on point.
He just had me like this.
So he had the
And then
hand around the neck. This is what the footage that we saw. Is that a position of somebody being saved?
We're still in the process right now of obtaining, gathering information, reviewing, and to make sure a thorough investigation is done.
Henry County Police Captain Randy Lee
We're working in conjunction with the school.
says he can't go into specifics about this case.
Does the Henry County Police Department teach its officers to grab anybody around the neck?
Our training division does not teach choke holds or neck restraints.
Captain Lee says only where deadly force is warranted are such things justified, and whether an officer's actions were a chokehold, neck restraint, or neither, as defined by policy, depends on specific circumstances. We sought a response from Henry County Schools. An email said there is a pending investigation into this matter. No further information is available at this time. Ms. King says even if the officer mistook her for one of the combatants who wore a similar colored shirt, no one should be treated like that.
No student, no teacher, anybody. And I've never had a problem with law enforcement up until this day, and it's very traumatic.
At one point, an administrator told her she could not return to the school until further notice, but hours after our interview on Wednesday, the administrator called to say she could come back after taking care of workers' comp issues. Henry County Police Chief Mark Ammerman says the SRO involved told the department she did not wish to speak with us. Reporting live in Henry County, Mark Winnie, Channel 2 Action News.
The video clearly shows the unnamed officer dragging King by the neck. If, as she claimed, she was saving King from being hit, she would need just about 2 steps to get her away from the scene. However, she dragged Nia that far and ignored the fight. There was no way the officer could have mistaken the teacher as a student involved in the fight. She noticed it clearly. She was assaulting King. No law enforcement academy, police academy, or whatever academy would train people to use a chokehold or whatever that thing was to separate anybody from a fight. People will never be trained to protect anybody from violence by applying that kind of hold. That is dangerous. King mentioned that at some point she couldn't breathe. That officer could have broken her neck. She could have killed her. That was so dangerous. She was up to something. Now, why would an officer do a thing like that? Why would she ignorantly separate the teacher who was trying to break up the fight and ignore the two girls actually fighting? The only thing I could think of is skin color. The officer isn't clearly shown on the video, so I'm not sure what she looks like, but I'm suspecting race is a factor. There is a big chance that both of the girls involved in that fight are blacks. It is likely the officer intentionally let those two girls hit the garbage out of each other. That was inappropriate. The actions of the officer were inappropriate. The video shows it clearly. So it's disappointing that at this point, the Henry County Police Department is investigating and gathering facts. The officer should have been arrested already. This is why I don't trust cops. A lot of blacks don't trust cops based on their behavior. It is possible that the officer is white and she's being covered. King, the teacher, needs to get the FBI in, and she should file a lawsuit against whatever agency that officer works for. That incident is crazy and annoying. Leave some comments. I would appreciate you liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching.